I don't know if what happened or why everything went green. I don't know anything about it. I hit something when I was trying to fool with moving it. The stupid Wi-Fi box. Hopefully it picks up a better signal since I put it toward the back of the house. We're not for sure, but we're out here hanging with everybody. Seems like everybody's out now. We'll have to count them down. We have 1, 2, 3. That's 3. Let's see. We have 4 and 5. And number 6. Alright, there's 7's on the porch and all that. Hello, Foxy. How are you this morning? I'm outside, so it's hard to see messages. Yes, I like German Shepherds. They're just too much for me. They get around. They need way too much exercise. And my yard is big, but it's not that big. They actually need more room to run than I can give one. And I can't walk around too much. I walk around a little bit, but I couldn't take one of those bad boys for a walk. Hello, Wally. Ruru, where you going? Ruby's leaving. Yep, I have 9 of them. 2 cats. There's one of them right there. Stella's inside doing whatever. RJ, how you doing, buddy? You being good today? You feeling better? You're looking better. What do you see? Well, go get it. Teddy, stop chewing on the box. Lily just prancing around. There's Molly. Has to go say hello to Stanley. He just sits out in the yard by himself, tries not to be bothered, but them 2 girls love them some kitties. Sometimes he gets a little rough. He should. Try to find some shade so I can read that message. Yes, I love dogs too. I love cats. I like outside cats more than I do indoor cats because, well, boxes and nastiness. Stanley, what you doing, bud? Oh, look, it's Teddy. What's up, Teddy Bear? You gonna go say hello to the kitty cat too? Maybe. Oh. So you didn't go bark at him. We'll be here for a little bit, so take your time, Foxy. I ain't going nowhere for a while. Well, it's just too funny. They're all even laying around outside. That's what they do. What's up, buddy? RJ, you don't like the camera either? You want to look at it? Say hello? Hi. Watch me scratch my belly. Ollie, why are you on the porch, bud? Can't get any action. Whether they're in the house, they're always sleeping. When they're outside, well, I guess it's too early for them to get all excited. Uh-oh. Rue got a tummy ache. RJ, come here. RJ, leave her alone. Rue, you all right, babe? She said, yeah, I'm fine. I did my business. What's up, Susu? Sue. Hey, baby. Susie K, how you doing? She's just being herself. All standoffish. Let's see. Let's walk over here and see what Mr. Wally's doing. You guys have to excuse the jungle. Like I said, it rained all day yesterday, so I couldn't get out and do yard work like I wanted to. And this morning, we're just hanging with the dogs. Wally Clark. Hey, bud. You enjoying the sunshine? I know, you probably wish I wouldn't film you at all. But that's what I do. Really trim some bushes. Do some yard work. I'm going to trade you guys in for goats so I can keep my grass down. Well, my weeds. I wouldn't call it grass anymore. RJ, you gonna follow me everywhere, bud? I don't mind if you do. I'll try not to film my nasty feet. So I don't know if the video's picking up any better since I moved the Wi-Fi signal closer to the backyard. My brother was on my last live just a minute ago. Told me that it was messing up. And then I messed up and put on a green screen somehow. Don't know how I did it. So they're all just hanging around, doing much of nothing. Doing what dogs do all day, I guess. If they ain't playing, they're sleeping. If they're not playing and they're not sleeping, they're not doing much of nothing. Good morning, Rolly. Rolly kid. How are you this morning? We're just out here in the yard walking around with the dogs. But they're all laying in the sun, basically doing what they do in the house, laying down. I think they realize whenever my camera's out that they're, well, at least they're on good behavior and all that stuff. as in they're sitting down doing absolutely nothing. You guys will never make it in action movies unless the action is laying down. Really not for sure. RJ by my feet again. I can walk all over the yard halfway, and little dude is still around. I guess he's happy. Yeah, in the comment, one stroke. Yeah, that was my third one. That's the one that put me out of work. At before 50 years old, I had 3, and the last one was in the brain stem. So it's got my right side weak. My body's nowhere near what it used to be. Moving around and doing things is difficult. It takes me quite a bit of time to do normal stuff that I used to do. I mean, I'd pop up in the morning at 7 o'clock, mow my yard in about an hour, have it weed eated, done up, everything ready to go. And now I can mow the grass, and the next day I'll try to weed eat and get half of it done. They definitely changed the game. I was feeling good, healthy, was able to move around, do all that stuff, work good 10, 12-hour days. But when that last one happened, it was over. Yes, that's my biggest problem is balance. That my right arm on the right side, it still trembles and everything. I guess the Lord knows what he's doing, because he made it affect my right side, and I was born left-handed, so I still get a lot of things done. People don't realize it. It's not really the stroke that got me. It was I'm put out of work. I'm unable to provide for my family and all that stuff. You feel like shit. Basically, well, you turn into a shell of what you used to be. And some people can't deal with that. And for that, I apologize. They know who they are, and I don't blame them. Nobody wants to hang around with a has-been. Because that's basically what you feel like. Worthless, useless, can't do anything anymore. And then you get in this depression that's really, really, really hard to come out of, because nothing's looking up, nothing's getting any better. Bills are piling up, everything like that. Yes, I miss it too. And for 25 years, I laid hardwood floors and tile. And then I went to truck driving. And I can't even do that anymore, because trying to drive and look across just checking cross traffic back and forth, And you turn your head left, turn your head right, and look left again. And then you have to wait 2 seconds because you're dizzy as hell, and you got to make for sure that nothing got in your way. Electrician. I give it to you. That's one thing that scares the crap out of me is electricity. I guess if I learned it, then it probably wouldn't be so scary. But as a layman, no. There's other ways that I'd rather die than electrocuting myself by accident. And my wife wanted me to do a video live about strokes and the effects. I didn't think anybody else out there that watched me knew anything about it. But evidently there's one. And it is, well, it just fucks your whole life up. That's all I'm going to say. It's taken everything from me. Just one little clot pops right in and boom. Life is over. Yeah, I have a couple of them here at the house that I never even thought about hooking myself up, but that's a good idea. Them little Tims or Sims or whatever that shock the muscles and I actually like them, so I have a couple. I might try one. Try to minimize the trembling in the right side. There for the longest time, I used to make jokes because I'd carry a plate and you could hear it rattling, all the dishes just clink, 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 clink. But now it's still going on a year later, so it's no longer funny. But yeah, the effects of the stroke isn't bad. It's the effect on your life afterward that is the worst part. It'll get better in time. We just gotta wake up, make it through the day, go for another day. Yeah, I was a worker my whole entire life. I grew up in a small town. So if I needed money, then my mom wasn't rich. She was raising 3 kids by herself, so went to farming. Had to go bale hay, cut tobacco. I mean, it didn't matter what it was. If there was something to do to make $1, I was doing it because I wanted money. So then I got addicted to money and then started working. I had to turn 17 in July. My daughter was born in December of that same year. So school was out. Now it's time for the school of hard knocks. Find yourself a trade, get in it, and do the best you can. Work your ass off. Try to make something. And I did really well laying hardwood floors. But I had my first stroke while I was doing that. They don't know exactly when it happened. They just said it was old. And I couldn't lift everything that I used to lift and move shit around people's houses. And just got tired of cleaning up after everybody. And things, so I went to truck driving. yes, everybody has to have a trade. If you ain't educated and college oriented, which, yeah, college was not for me. Hell, high school wasn't even in my plans because I had a kid. Time to go. Time to work. And speaking of trades, that's another thing that's very upsetting is they took all the trade shit out of high schools where they used to teach people, shop. They even had home ec to teach you how to cook if you wanted to be just a stay-at-home person. What you got, killer? Get him. It's just a guy walking down the street. Y'all leave him alone. Come on, guys. This is what we get every time somebody walks by. Except the big guy over there. He just barks. And then he watches. Sometimes he'll walk down the fence with him. But most of the time, he's kind of like, I see you. Now keep going. What's up, big boy? Yep. The basics in a trade school. I learned the old-fashioned way. I got a job with, my brother got me a job with the company he was working for, laying hardwood floors. And I kind of liked it. I enjoyed the work. I wasn't inside all the time. We'd go inside and do some work. We'd go outside to make cuts and all that and take your breaks outside. I'm definitely not the office type person. I think I might own 1 or 2 dress shirts. They might fit me now because I finally started losing a little bit of weight since I'm not riding in a truck all the time. Let me see if I can get back up here in the shade. I need the shade so I can read what the messages are. Because out in the sun, I can't see anything. Hey, bud, can I sit with you? You said, yeah, you can sit with me, but I'm not staying. That's what they do. But yeah, I was a hard worker most of my life. Like I said, did farm work, done a little bit of that. I worked on the railroad for a little while. That was a fun job. But I just worked for a subcontractor, so if I would have been somewhere in with like CSX or whoever, I probably would have retired from there. Yeah, I do what a fat guy cooks for dinner, which I like because, well, I'm fat. But the stroke isn't what made me fat. As a matter of fact, hell, that's making me lose weight. I eat once a day, and it's usually what I cook for dinner. Sitting behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler all day, 12 hours a day, that'll put the weight on you fast. And there's no way to take it off because you basically drive 10 hours a day, then you sleep for 10 hours, and then you get up and do it again. So there's no time to actually get out and do stuff. The people that do. Aha, 5 o'clock supper time. What's up, dude? You come flying in like a... Yeah, I try to have everything done by 5. Usually I don't eat till about 6:30 because the dogs, I have to feed them between 5 and 5:30. They get their supper. And then I get to sit down and eat whatever it is I cooked. And they come in begging for seconds. They're like, hey, we want what you want. What you eating? I'm like, but I already fed you. Then I feel bad. So usually they get a bite of my dinner too. Yeah, I don't mind doing the what a fat guy cooks. They take a minute to do those videos and everything, but when the meals are simple, the videos are short, and it's like, I don't know if anybody will watch it. I mean, my tuna casserole, that's easy. You boil noodles, put some tuna, some stuff in there, pop it in the oven, and you're done and over with. So yeah, this is what I do now since I'm unable to work. I'm hoping my page takes off and I might earn $1. It'd be worth it. But if it don't, it still gives me something to do while my lawyers work on my disability. That's like trying to pull teeth. Yes, I get that. I mean, I had help, but they gone, so I have to get up every day and make for sure they're all right, because everybody's been rescued from somewhere, and even if you can, get you a small dog, a little lap dog. And I always say, adopt, don't shop. People that buy animals are paying thousands of dollars for these designer dogs and crazy cats. That was never for me. I like rescuing animals because they've all got crazy stories and stuff. And it's good that you can help one or two. That one there was my Chihuahua Sickle. We found her in the freezing cold temperatures, -7 degrees is when my other pit bull found that one. Ruby here, well, her and her brother Toby, they were people that just up and moved and left a whole house full of animals and walked away and left them all in there. They were starting to starve to death, and the bigger ones were, well, doing what dogs and animals do to survive, to the smaller ones that all passed away or were gonna pass away. So I'm really happy to rescue them from that situation. Oliver, I don't know where he's at right now. Yes, a very laid back pound dog that was really good, because that's your to them, that's their life. I mean, once you rescue somebody that's been in doggy jail, they are truly grateful and stuff, because like I was saying, Oliver, we got him out of the pound, but he was part of a dog fighting ring, and he's just a little Chihuahua pug mix, but he was a bait dog. They used him for training because he's not afraid. He's definitely not afraid. He's not a good fighter, but he's definitely not scared of anybody. And then my big boy, Wally Clark. Somebody was going to shoot him as a puppy because he couldn't sell him. That made me mad. Yeah, to be honest, Pit Bull is probably the best dog I've ever owned. Wally's my second one. Big boy right there. And the first one, Rambo Linus Taylor. That was a loyal, loving animal. He didn't hurt nobody, didn't bother anybody. He was the size of a horse though. He was about 150 pounds. At his prime weight, rock solid. And never bothered anybody. Everybody says, well, what do you think he would do if... I'm like, I don't want to find out, so please don't try to play around with my dog by thinking you're going to harm me. And then I got a job over the road, and he became my wife's best friend. I don't think anybody could get within 10 yards of her without him being at attention, ready to kill if you touched her. Of course, that's probably my fault because I told him to keep an eye on her while I was over the road, and that's exactly what he did. And to the day he died, that's what he done. Cancer. That was the worst day when I heard that it got him. We knew he had it and everything, but we were just gonna let him, keep him on medicines and make his pain comfortable level until it was time to go. And then it moved from the bones, and he got some in the brain, and it started to affect him. So quality over quantity. So when his quality went down, it was time to let him go home. And that was rough, because you get so attached to these little fur babies. I mean, the other day when something happened to RJ and I wasn't for sure what it was till I found out it was my dumb ass that got him into yes. Nobody ever tried to hit me or come up to me, and all that stuff. And I would tell everybody, don't mess with her, because at 150 pounds, I couldn't stop him if he started. Yes, it is rough. We lost 2 of our precious babies last year. Both rescues. I had a Yorkie. We had a Yorkie. And believe it or not, they dated him we kept track. He died at 22, so we got him when he was like 19 years old. He was almost dead at the pound. He was part of the bait dog thing there with Ollie. I'm not for sure if he was used as bait. I think he was just a breeder at one time. But they kept him locked in a small cage to where his back legs wouldn't move. But my wife at the time, she got him up and moving around. The vet said he would only live 2 weeks, and she said she didn't care. She was taking him home, whether they liked it or not. And he lived almost 3 years after that. I nicknamed him Zombie Dog because he refused to die and everything. And I'm pretty sure the last thing it done him was he had a stroke probably the last 3 days. She stayed awake with him day and night, take him outside to use the bathroom, hold him up, do what he had to do. If he puked and peed on her, she didn't care. She was determined to let him rest peacefully. And then Miss Tootie Faye, she was the one that she'd been to doggy jail a couple times. Nothing that she did on her own. She had older owners. Get out my coffee. You heard me. Stay out my coffee. But she had older owners, and they passed away. And then she went to the vet, or to the pound. She got adopted by more older owners that also passed away. And their kids didn't want anything to do with her, so they put her back in the pound. But before she went to the pound, she had to go to the vet, and the vet was doing some work on her teeth, and she almost passed away on the table because she had a heart problem. And they felt bad about doing what they could do and was going to put her in the pound. And one of the vet was like, I wish I knew somebody that took her. And the vet texts like, I know somebody. And we were living in Lake City at the time, and this happened in Jacksonville. And she drove all the way from Lake City into Jacksonville, which is probably about an hour away, to pick her up. She's like, nope, I can't let her go back to the kennels and the jails, the puppy jails. So we rescued her too, and she finally passed as well. Just old age and things. I hate losing them, but I hate more to think that they're stuck somewhere in a kennel with no love. People take them out, send them back. Everyone that's picked up, they were all promised that this is where they'd be. And come hell or high water, I'm gonna make that happen. This is their only home. May not be this house, but till I'm dead, they're stuck with me. Hey, Miss Molly. Molly, baby. How you doing? She's so precious. I don't know why, but she is still scared of everything. Scared to be picked up, scared to be held. Nobody's ever done anything to her. She was just born a scaredy cat in a puppy body. But she's so toot. I think she's gonna have her daddy's teeth though. Her Just noticed that last night. I think them bottom teeth are gonna start popping out that jaw just like her daddy. Which is fine. That'll just make her cute. Even more cute. But she definitely takes after her Aunt Ruby, because that dog does not gain a pound. Well, she gains some because she gets bigger, but she's definitely skinny like her Aunt Ruby right there. Everybody's left. I'm all alone. But I got you guys, so we're not too alone, are we? Do 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 do. Wally's back in his favorite spot, somewhere in the sun. Hee hee. As you can tell, the sun's behind me because my shadow's following me. And we're just trying to get over here and say what's up a little bit. How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby girl? Everybody's so jealous, ain't they? We give you a little attention, everybody else wants it. Hey, Lily and Molly, my little baby girls. Stop trying to pull my pants down. You. I should have known it was you. What's up, Sue? You want to talk to me today? You usually yelling at me about something. Now you're going to be shy? Pretend like you don't yell at me? You're always yelling at me, aren't you? So I want attention, and I want it now. What are you three into? Let's see, who's missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, Oliver. That sounds like a plan. You have a great day too, brother, and even if it's wrong, do it to where it feels right at least. You have a good day and be safe. I'm about to get off of here myself. There's not much going on, and I need to get my day started. I gotta go clean as usual. I have to sweep, mop, keep the floors done. I got their bowls from last night's dinner to take care of. I haven't washed those. I was beat down yesterday for some reason. I guess the rain got me because my back was on fire and I couldn't even sit in my recliner. I had to lay on the floor. And then it took me 10 minutes to get up to go to bed. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to cut this one short because the other one I did. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Trying to read that. Let's see. My legs gave me a... Yeah, yesterday was a rough day. The lower back from the rain and all that. You alright, bud? Why are you sick? What you guys been getting into? Back it up. Let him be. Stop. When he's sick or you're sick, you gotta stay away. Well, buddy, that ain't even food. You all right? Teddy. Hey, bud. All right, let me get off of here and tend to this dog. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and be safe out there.